Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm finally taking a look at all of the Transformers Generations Studio Series Transformers the Movie Constructicons. This is a video. We'll build Devastator, we'll talk about the whole team, and if you want to win these guys, all of these guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this video is a giveaway. I'll have instructions in the video on how to enter to win the full Devastator set. And in fact, I've got more than one full Devastator set. I've got them still in the box back here. We'll just set these guys down because I am not just giving one away for free, entirely for free. There's also a chance to win the boxed version. If I can grab the last one, there we go. All 6 Constructicons, all 5 boxes, if you donate to Extra Life. So there's 2 chances to win, plus other prizes. So before we form Devastator, we've already done all the individual reviews. I didn't want to do one team composition view because there is something to compare these against. I have not been comparing these against my personal Constructicons. It's just not the same thing. I have TFC Hercules. I love that Devastator. I love those toys. They are outdated, but we are able to compare against some Constructicons that came out 10 years ago. So here we are against, their Combiner Wars buddies. And obviously, other than the size difference, there is in general, and let me see if I can move things up enough. There we go. There is in general a pretty big difference in terms of the the quality of the figures, the posability on the individual level. I think that if you are someone who, for whatever reason, you want to display the Constructicons, not necessarily Devastator, I do think that the Studio Series is a clear upgrade. Not just in the color of green. I think seeing everyone together here, you can see kind of the difference we have in that shade of green. I like the warmer shade of purple, honestly, on these guys, but I really like that cool neon green. We're gonna pull this back even more here. I like the Combiner Wars toys for what they were at the time, and there are some things that I'll talk about in Devastator mode. But like you can see here, yes, they are bigger. But boy howdy are the smaller ones just an improvement in terms of feel and solidity. Like if we're picking up Mixmaster here, the fact that this piece can be put away. I've done the individual reviews. In general, the Combiner Wars figures we know got improved on for Studio Series. Although I don't know if I would say it's like 10 years worth of engineering improvement. That being said, we're not here for the individual guys. We've already done it. Let's get to combining for Devastator. We're going to move these out of the way. And I've already done the individual combination or individual transformations. So we are going to fast forward here to get them to start out in our vehicle modes. All right, Constructicons, it's time to form Devastator. We can start with the Mixmaster here on the right. He is pretty simple. I do like this bit of engineering. This is different from the Combiner Wars Mixmaster, which overall you'll notice that a lot of the engineering is the same. But I do like that this piece comes up again, and this is a result of the Combiner Wars being a more modern cement mixer design, but we get our faux front up top here. I do like to disconnect these arm pieces because with those out of the way, we can get our tilt on. And then we're going to come in and we're going to unplug the cement mixer trough for now. We'll set him down. Then Scrapper, similarly, Scrapper's front piece just comes up like that. And then we're going to take these wheels and we're going to rotate them 180. And they do have a slot and a tab that's going to connect like so on both sides. Unplug, rotate it 180, and then reconnect. Get it set in there. There we go. Other than that, I don't think anything else is going to happen to Scrapper right at this moment. We'll set that down, and we can see they're kind of the same height. Before we move on to any of the other Constructicons, we actually have Long Haul's trailer is finally coming into action. And we can take off our wing pieces, take off the missile launchers that are the hands, and we're left with just this. Take off this piece. And let me point this out real quick. I am unfortunately, let's see, can we get that on camera well? Yeah, you can see the stress marks that are forming on this center shield piece, which is really unfortunate. We'll abandon that for now, coming back to the trailer, and we're just going to come in on the front end where the hitch is, and we're going to peel the whole thing off. You can see that these hips are kind of down. If this is our top, which we can create by bringing up these two joints. I do wish this was a stronger click, but those come up together like so, and then we can bring, that's our knee, bring down the hip on both sides, and then bring those hip skirts down. And then the back will accordion up like so. I do wish that kind of hit away better, but you know, it gets, you know, out of the way well enough, I suppose. All right, now with that done, we do have these pieces on Scrapper, and actually let's start with the Mixmaster. Mixmaster is going to come up, and he is going to connect. We have a T-tab right here that's going to go right into that slot, and then this piece comes up and closes over it. I really like how that works. You know what? We'll leave it down. We're going to split him, these two leg pieces, and this piece comes up and engages like that, and then we can close that side of it with that T-tab. There we go. And we've got Devastator's legs done. Now we can grab Long Haul. Long Haul, which having just transformed Combiner Wars Long Haul, I forgot, I do really like Combiner Wars Long Haul's design and how he forms the full legs, but it's okay. This guy doesn't need to do all that work. He's going to come in and just bring the wheels up, disengage these arms. There we go. Get that tab out, bring that wheel up, and then we can bring down this section like so, bringing up, hold on, bringing down this section to fold it in and away, and then we can bring down these hips to form kind of this platform, and this slot that we're creating is the tab that is going to, or slot is going to mate with this tab right here. These arms, we're going to keep them out of the way for now. We're going to hide Long Haul's head again because it does like to pop out sometimes. And we can come up, and let me see if I can manage to do this on camera. Again, there's a slot we've created. You can see kind of two tabs on the side here. We're going to just tab those tabs in to the slots on either side here, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, and then that tab likes to come apart, which is very frustrating. This is kind of part of my biggest point of frustration in this transformation. There we go. And again, not a huge satisfying click, but it is in there pretty securely. These arms, again, are going to connect with Hook in just a moment. But we've got Devastator's torso, lower torso done. We can grab Hook now. Hook, we're simply going to come in, and the crane cab can come up, and we are going to shift it from center to the right like so, compact it back down. Then we can untab the arms on either side here, and we can take our two sections of his tractor. We're going to fold these arms down and fold these hands out of the way, and we can split him. There we go. there's a double joint here and a double joint on the other side, which when you pull them apart, loosens things up and gives you the clearance you need to bring the two halves together to click them together like so. Keeping these feet where they are and then bringing this head down, and it can sit. There's tabs that it's going to engage with right here, like so. Rotate that head around. We can go ahead and pop out that Devastator face, close it back up. With that done, again, kind of similar to Combiner Wars and I guess the original toy maybe. I've actually never owned a G1 Devastator. We're going to pull out a tab right there, untab the front of the hook cab, pull out that tab right there. Let's see, and pull out a tab in Hook's chest right there. So we have a slot here, a tab here. Those are going to go onto this tab in this slot. They should mate pretty well. Let's see if we can get these hands out of the way. We're going to come down, and then there is a slot, a tab right here that is going to go into a slot in the back. So we have 3 points of contact, which one is in. Get that back one, and then get that tab in. And yeah, that is hook and long haul mated up together. Whew. All right, then we're gonna hold here. We can grab Scavenger here. Did I call Scrapper Scavenger earlier? Hopefully I didn't. That would have been embarrassing. But with Scavenger, we're gonna collapse the crane. We are going to come in and open up the legs to let us take out our center column. That's our arm column. Get it pointed the way we like. The arms can close back up. And it's just going to slot here. So compared to Combiner Wars where you click it on, this will just slot down on top like so. We can go ahead and flip out an arm. That's the wrong arm. We can go ahead and flip out a different arm, folding in that peg, turning it, and this has a peg that will go into the hole right there. Awesome. All right, then last but not least, we do have Bone Crusher. Actually, you know what? Last and least, I think Bone Crusher is the worst out of them. The arms are the worst guys, but Bone Crusher, I think, is worse than Scavenger, unfortunately. Sorry, Bone Crusher. We're going to fold out his hand piece. Same thing, bringing these arms back, the treads back to a close. And it's just like fit and finish and alignment issues. There we go. Awesome. Can slide that on top. The arms do, I guess that is the benefit to the arm pieces. They have the most satisfying snap out of everything when they click into place. Take our other fist, put it right on top of, there we go, right on top of here. And then we got some connections to make on the inside. So in his guts, I don't know that I like the way I say that, but if we bring this up, we have a tab that can, and I always kind of mess this up. There is a slot right in here. We have a tab that can connect in there if we get things oriented the correct way. All right. The point is things tabbed in. Once everything else is in, which I do wish, like there's this tab here. I kind of wish the arms would connect there, or at least the treads, right? If that was a connection, I feel like that would help everything make everything feel a little more secure. We got a little untabbed here. And this is, I think, my biggest complaint about Studio Series Devastator. I was surprised when I got him all done, and he doesn't feel as locked in as the Combiner Wars version, which I was surprised about. We do have our chest shield to build. We've got, it's simple enough. There's tabs, we can put them in, and then there is a little interference thing that can kind of click into place on both sides. Same thing, This goes in, and then we twist it, and it locks into place. So we have a slot up top here. We have clips on the sides and 2 tabs on either side of the wings. Those associate, the slot goes with these tabs, the clip goes around here, and then we do have tabs here to connect into our tread pieces. This is when I realized that I've got his arms backwards, even though I just did the Combiner Wars version. Oh boy, all right. I think the only thing I have to do is take off the arms, take off this arm. We're gonna flip. I'm just gonna leave this on camera because it is late. I am traveling to Minneapolis tomorrow as of this recording. And I've got a big customer presentation I gotta get done. Well, it is done, but I gotta actually present it. So I just don't wanna be up late. All right, flipping things around. We can come back in, socket strongly, close these pieces up, and there are the slots that you need. So this is the sort of thing where obviously it's not Scramble City. You do need to get this right. And then we can come in and close that arm piece. There we go. Same thing on this side. Come in, closing up our treads on either side, and then closing that up like so. With that transformed, we can come in and socket again, same thing. Arm goes right in. Awesome. All right, with that done and our shield done, we're going to come in and we're going to tab in our center slots on the shield first, tab in our side pieces, always got to get the side pieces, then tab in the bottom. Almost. Get those clicked. There we go. Get everything clicked happily. Last but not least, we've got our Devastator gun. The 2 pieces form together. All the little individual gun pieces, they can store on the various like 5mm ports on them, you know, the sides, things like that, but they don't really go anywhere. But here is Devastator all combined up. And I'd say, you know, he's a pretty decent looking Devastator. Oh, a little back heavy, a little less stable than I want. We do have some ratchets that we can use. Decent enough articulation for a combiner. Like I said, my copy just doesn't feel as tight and locked in as I was hoping. I like the way the chest combines. I do wish the chest was solid without the shield piece. Just like Combiner Wars, the shield seems to be like closing up the chest. And there are gaps here I don't like. We have some head twistage. We can tilt that head a little bit, but we got to be careful because obviously it's kind of cheating and we're breaking up that head sculpt, but you have all that. And then if we don't press it in right, we got to bring it down, and there we go. We do have, if we bring this up, we've got a little bit of waist tiltage right here, but not a ton, just due to the way he transforms, which is unfortunate. We do have 360 on the arm, can go out that far, can bend in less than 90 degrees, you know, straighten there. You can go the other way if you want, like this, to get more, but then it kind of looks unfinished from this side, but you can do that to get more articulation. We do have wrist articulation, we do have finger articulation, and it's the same thing on this side. 360 here, you know, out that far, back. You can, again, flip the forearm around, but on this side, this piece gets in the way, so that doesn't really buy you anything. You're really kind of stuck in this orientation, and then they like don't match, so you like, okay, you might as well do it this way. Legs are pretty solid. They can go out that far. If we move this, they kick up, and they do have a nice buttery ratchet. They're limited backwards because of his little like back skirt piece. There is thigh swivel here. There is, let's see, a nice deep 90-degree knee bend. And we're already demonstrating our ankle tilt, and it exists the same on both sides. I do wish this ratchet was better. That's really unfortunate that it's not on my copy. I think that is a quality control issue. And then we do have the same tiltage here. So, you know, it's Devastator. It's a combiner. It's not the most posable thing in the world, but it's decently posable. And my biggest issues, I think, are just, I thought the big appeal, like to me, to an engineer, the big appeal of a smaller Devastator is he would be rock solid. They had some really good ideas of combining the limbs together in Combiner Wars. They had 10 years to percolate that technology. Let's really get a bunch of interlinked 90-degree locks on this guy, get everything solid, everything secure, and he doesn't feel as secure as I want. I think that the Combiner Wars toy is still, pretty dang locked in and secure in some ways, and I realize it's not even like on screen. Hold on, let's get our camera up. For how much bigger he is not significantly heavier, which does help the Studio Series feel a little more premium. There's a little more heft for his size, but Combiner Wars still locks in like the way these knee interlocks are. I think those are better on this toy than they are on the Studio Series. The chest, certain things on the Studio Series, the chest are better, but not that much better. I like the way the arms come together on the Studio Series into those shoulder joints, but on both of them, the arms kind of feel skinny and whatnot, which is unfortunate. In fact, my personal Devastator is still my favorite. TFC Hercules is, I'd say, maybe a little smaller than the Combiner Wars version, but there is still so much I like about this version. I love that if you take this shield off, that chest is still like solid. There aren't many holes there. I love that the treads form the forearms. There are no extra pieces on this guy. I know there was like an add-on kit you could get that like made it more G1 accurate and added extra pieces and all that nonsense. I don't want any of that. I think that even though this guy has the Energon ports, those joints are not as tight as the other two. I love the way like this crane piece folds up. I love the way that should fold down. I love the transformation. I still really, really love this Devastator, TFC Hercules, over either of these two. If we got an updated design of this, which is very like IDW inspired with the way the treads work, I would be very down for this. I'm curious about some of the masterpiece-like Devastators, but I want to see their final form because I don't love that like this arm is weirdly skinny. I love how much thicker the shoulders on TFC Hercules are. So that's why this is still, after 2 attempts by Hasbro, TFC Devastator, even though he's the oldest figure by far, and he is showing his age, is still my Devastator. In fact, all of these Devastators are not going to be on my shelf. Both Combiner Wars Devastator and the boxed Studio Series Devastator are part of my Extra Life raffle. If you're not aware, there's a link down below. Go check it out. You donate $10 to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Say you want to enter the Transformers raffle. You'll be entered to win these 2 plus other awesome prizes. I've got 11 prizes currently. But we're not talking about those right now. Let's talk about Studio Series Devastator, because this guy right here is a totally free giveaway that you can enter to win right now. And this giveaway is going to be simple. We already hit our goal of raising $2,000 this year for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that happened. I'm so humbled by everyone's support. So this giveaway is going to be simple. I'm just trying to promote the Extra Life campaign more. I'm trying to get more eyes on it. All you have to do is go down in the comments, because you've watched this video. Tell me you'd like to join the giveaway. I will announce it not next week, but here's the rule. I will announce the winner of Transformers Generation Studio Series Devastator when I have 200 entries for the giveaway. That means 200 opportunities for people to watch this video, 200 opportunities for them to check out the Extra Life page, I want this to be the biggest free giveaway we've done on this channel so far. All I need is 200 entries. So that means if you want to win a chance to win Transformers Generation Studio Series Devastator, what you need to do is go share the video, go let your friends know, hey, you want a free Devastator? Go check this out. Go check out the Extra Life. Go check out this video. Once we get 200 entries, then I will post up and say, hey, in the next video, I will be drawing and announcing the winner, and I'll do so just like before. So you don't have to answer a question of the day, nothing like that. Go down in the comments, say you want to enter the giveaway, but I'm not going to announce the winner until we get 200 entries. And it's to celebrate a lot of things. It's to celebrate that we raised $210 donations. It's to celebrate that we've hit our $2,000 goal. It's to just a big celebration of the channel. It's been a ton of fun. These past 6 years have been a blast. I've loved doing this. And yeah, so this is the end of the video. Thanks everybody for watching. That's how you enter to win Transformers So this is the end of the video. Thanks everybody for watching. That's how you can enter to win Transformers Generation Studio Series Devastator. All you have to do is go down in the comments, tell me that you want to enter the giveaway, and get other people to sign up so that we get 200 entries. Thanks everybody for watching. Please check out the Extra Life for more chances to win other stuff and help sick kids, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!